Good afternoon once again from the Crucible in Sheffield, day 8 of the Betfred World Championship. We're enjoying a very, very tense final session between two brilliant Chinese cuemen, Liang Wenbo and Ding Junhui. Ding Junhui held a 6-2 advantage in this match, but in the last session and a half, Liang Wenbo has come roaring back into this, winning 8 of the last 11 frames to take a 1-frame lead over his distinguished Chinese teammate. There is Liang Wenbo, Ding Junhui at the table, and Stephen Hendry, Willie Thorne, a very tense 20th frame here.
Absolutely, Hazel. And we're still no near to knowing who's going to win this frame. The fact that Ding's in the balls, you'd expect so. He's 50 points in front, but you know you can just see something happening at the minute. And I hope he's not damaged his tip, because that would be a terrible time to do that. And I'm sure he's going to be put back into play from just there. A little wry smile from Ding. But it's amazing that what that can happen. He only needed to, if black or pink had been in play there, it would have been no problem. But the fact that he had to screw back for the blue, and that's a bit of tension in the arm when you miscue, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. As I said earlier on in this frame, he's got to dig deep, Ding Junhui, if he wants to stay in this championship. If he loses this frame, it's slipping away. That was a very well played shot. Very well played shot. Bridging over the ground. Brilliant shot.
Ding going to take this on. Got to be a little careful with the cue ball. There's a gap between the red and black and the other red. He found the gap beautifully. Now needs a big bounce.
One.
With 47 points in front. Needs at least 3 more reds.
I must admit, for a minute I thought he'd overcut that. As soon as he played it, he sort of jumped up from the table. So a couple of reds, high value colours.
Seven.
Well played. Nothing's easy at this stage. Just got to play one shot at a time. Give it as much concentration as you can.
This red will put him 60 points in front with 59 on. And somehow he should close to 10-10. It's been a real struggle for Ding this morning, or this afternoon.
14.
As you can see there, he's not got the cue ball on a string at all like he normally does. He may, well, he will take the pink on, but he must pot it. Wenbo can get right back into the frame, man. He needs one snooker. That should put the frame down and easily down.
20.
So it looks like we've got a best of 5 to decide this match.
Ding Junhui 20.
Liang Wenbo thought about conceding. I think when he's seen the cue ball tight up against the black, but if he misses this, he will concede.
Foul. Ding Junhui 4.
Yep,
Frame
there it
conceded.
is.
Frame
So
Ding
the match
Junhui.
all square, 10-10. As I said, we've got a best of 5 to see who goes on to the second quarter-final to meet Ronnie O'Sullivan.
At 10 frames all, we could have predicted that this one's heading for a grandstand finish, isn't it? And you will be able to see it with us all the way on the red button. Thank you very much for joining us here. And John and Steve, well, it's been a hard watch at times this afternoon, but it shows you the level of tension that both men are feeling out there.
Yeah, and he won't mind about that, the way Ding just needed to win a frame to stop the rot there. Obviously, he hasn't played anything like he can. And there's questions being asked about whether he's up for the fight and his temperament's this, that and the other. You know, that's the first part in putting that right. It's going to be hard fought to the finish. I can't really pick a winner in this.
When you assess the temperament, particularly towards the back end of matches of them both, who do you assess as the stronger, historically speaking?
Well, obviously Ding's proven he's a multiple winner of ranking events. I tend to feel that he's a good front runner. That's nailed on, that he's that. I suppose the question marks are when somebody puts up a fight against him. And it's not that he can't produce the goods, it's just that from his perspective, is time running out to be world champion? Does it play on his mind? How does he view the new players coming through? And you know, we're going to find out, I think, a bit about his character. It's not to say he can't get out of jail in this one, and he may go on from strength to strength. It's just that sometimes, as Stephen has said as well, body language sometimes doesn't look right with Ding Junhui. And so, I don't know, yeah, we can sometimes analyse it too much. We're sitting here reading too much about it. It is one frame at a time, one ball at a time. That's always been snooker.
OK, well, there's not long to go in this one, and we're going to stick with it all the way. But as this match comes to a climax, the other's just getting underway on the other side of the curtain, and it features Stephen Maguire, the Scot, whose victory over Anthony McGill was his first win at the Crucible for fully 5 years. This man has twice been in the semi-finals. He knows his way around the Crucible, and he's up against Rory McLeod, the man who caused the big shock of the first round, beating the world number 2 Judd Trump on the way.
The dust probably hasn't settled yet, and you know, qualifying to get here was amazing. I've had emotional roller coaster, but to be here is just, you know, it's different class. You can't really put words to it because it probably won't add up to the actual feeling of being here. It's nice to be killing giants because it makes you feel like a giant yourself, I suppose.
What a magnificent victory for Rory McLeod. Absolutely brilliant. He clenches his fist. One of his best victories of his career. He beats the number 2 seed, Judd Trump.
You know, I think there's room for improvement. I just want to be present, you know, trying to do the right thing at the right time. And that's probably what the top players do the best. The attention's probably been a little bit too much, and sometimes it can get distracting because, you know, like you say, still in a tournament, you still got a job to do. So, you know, you want to come back down to earth and, you know, get your thoughts back together and start, you know, pressing to go forward again. Stephen Maguire is a fantastic snooker player, and like I said, if I'm talking about snooker players, any ones that we get to talk to, you know that they're hot rods. They're really good at their game. I can't afford to focus on him too much because that would blow my mind probably, you know, because like I said, he's such a great player, just like Judd Trump was or is. So you know, you just got to try and focus on yourself. You don't want to be changing things at this point in time, you know. You just keep doing what you're doing. It's got to be doing something because you wouldn't be here otherwise. My parents are Jamaican, so we like to keep cool, you know what I mean? It's in the blood.
Well, this isn't a matchup that we've seen terribly often. In fact, it's only the fourth time they've ever met in a competitive match, and the first time for 6 years. McLeod, the older man, by the way, has the upper hand with 2 wins to 1. But it was Maguire who took the first frame this afternoon after a 35 minutes opening frame. And we'll pick them up in frame 2 for a little taste of this now in the company of Ken Doherty and Dennis Taylor.
1. Eight. 9. 15. 16. 23. 24.
'He's just having a quick glance at the scores. He's 34 points ahead, so red and black will be only 42 with 43 remaining. May try and take this red off the left-hand side cushion. May just put the black, red and black. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to take the red off, bring it into play. Yeah. The problem is he hasn't got the cue ball out. Okay, he's on the blue, but he's going to have to play a good positional shot here.
Yeah, I think if he just gets down and rolls the blue, and it might just slip past that red, and if it flicked the red, he would be out of position as well. So it's not ideal. He's always going to just flick the red, but he can get it up into the corner. He only needs this red.
37.
'Fine ball, good shot. Judged this nicely. Excellent shot.
41. 42.
'That's amazing. Both potted 290 balls until that blue went down.
47.
It doesn't matter about balls potted, it's the scoreline that counts.
49.
If he gets his nose in front, which he has done 2 frames up, he might take a bit of stopping, Ken, because we know what Stephen Maguire's like. When he's introduced as on fire Stephen Maguire.
Yeah, he can certainly reel off frames. in quick succession. He did that in his previous match against Anthony McGill. Eventually ran out a 10-2 winner, but at one stage it was 2-all. So he's looking
61.
pretty good, pretty confident, and going to be a tough match for
67.
Rory over the best of 25. Well, in goes the black and indeed the white.
67.
Stephen Maguire making all the running at the moment in this match so far. He leads Rory McLeod now by 2 frames to 0.
And indeed, Maguire went on to win the third as well. So this is exactly the same pattern that Rory's opening game against Judd had. No panic therefore, I'm sure, setting in just yet for the world number 54. But Maguire 3-0 up, and we're going to drop back in here to the last before the interval. Frame 4.
One.
It's amazing in any sport, Dennis, how different one day can be to the next, how you can play, how you can feel. You know, confidence-wise, you don't get off to a good start, you start to struggle a little bit, and that's exactly what's happened to Rory today.
Always been the same, Ken.
Yeah.
I used to go and watch Ray Reid and John Spencer, you know, play exhibitions, and one night one would win, you know, 7-0, and then next night the other one would win 7-0. It's just the way and the nature of the game is. But Rory probably at the moment is maybe just trying a little bit too hard. You know, he's done so well to beat one of the favourites, and you know, he wanted to come out, he was looking forward to coming out here, and maybe he's just trying that little bit too hard.
13.
Yeah, just couldn't get into position.
14.
Just leaving
19.
the black there, it's a little bit of insurance. If he runs out of position, he's always got the black.
Twenty. $26.
It's been all pretty straightforward for Stephen Maguire. He's had lots of chances here. And Rory's going to be in the same situation that he was against Judd Trump. He's going to be 4-0 down at the
41.
mid-session interval. Still a few more balls to be potted, but I can't see Stephen slipping up here.
42.
Yeah, and I suppose if he can, you know, reflect on how well he came back against Judd Trump from being 4-0 down. And of course he's got more frames to get himself back as well. Best of 25, last 16 match here at the Betfred World Snooker Championship.
And I'm just thinking, Stephen Maguire, this is the 12th frame in a row he's won after
Yeah.
he's
Incredible, isn't it?
38.
That blue puts him 51 ahead, with just 51 remaining, but
43.
can't see him missing this red into the left centre.
44.
He's been quite solid, Stephen Maguire, without playing at his best. been a bit scrappy this first 4 frames, but highest break only 67. Been more of a workman-like performance, but he won't mind. It's a good start.
49. Steve Maguire, 49.
Well, he's coming to the table, but barring 4 snookers, Stephen Maguire has won all 4 frames.
And he did indeed win all 4 frames, 4-0. And we all remember what happened the last time that Rory was 4-0 down against Judd. You remember? Mind you, I'm sure Stephen Maguire is well aware of that as well. So they're on the mid-session interval, but we are back. And it is a best of 5 frames shootout now between these two brilliant Chinese cuemen, Liang Wenbo and Ding Junhui, with the prospect of a Crucible quarter-final at stake against Ronnie O'Sullivan. So Willie Thorne, Stephen Hendry, all yours. Here we go.
Thanks, Hazel. And this is the time where you've got to really dig deep. I think in some ways that last frame that Ding levelled at 10-10 was a bigger frame for him than it was for Liang Wenbo. Liang Wenbo will obviously be delighted to be having trailed 9-7 to get back to 10-10. I'm sure Mr. Griffiths has been in Ding's corner during the last 15 minutes interval, trying to get him in the right frame of mind, because he was drifting as far as his concentration was concerned. The first mistake from Liang.
Can he steer this cue ball through the gap? Well, he did find the gap, but he forgot to pot the red. Go on, well, they're going to put you in a spot. Who do you fancy?
Obviously, Ding is the favourite, but I'm not too sure whether he's in the right frame of mind at the moment and not scoring heavily enough. If you'd asked me after the first session, I'd have said Ding would have been a certainty, but I still just about go for Ding.
I have to agree with you. He still doesn't look the most alert and positive if you look at the body language of both players, but they are 2 different characters generally. There Wenbo's eyeing up this plant. It's perfect black. The only problem with that is when it's respotted, it's tied up.
Well, he's pushed one onto the middle. The black, as Stephen mentioned, is going to be tied up, and I think the pink spot's covered as well. So,
8.
should he, after the next red, pot the pink? He may have the pink going onto the blue spot. Not too sure whether the black will pass the 2 reds into the right-hand corner. It must be close to being available, the black.
9.
There's the pink spot free, or will it go into the blue spot?
$15.
We'll know after this shot whether the black pots. Obviously it doesn't, otherwise he'd have played for it from that.
16.
Wrong side of the pink, so got a little bit to do with the cue ball.
He's lost the cue ball stabilised. I thought for 1
22.
minute. Cue ball was going to go more to the centre table, but he's actually okay. I think the enough in the middle is not on with a shot. Well, it might have been. Could hit it harder, but he was wary of that. That's why he's finished
23.
well short.
Well, that was an excellent positional shot.
$30. $33.
Once again, blue or what colour are we playing for? I don't think you can play it slow enough to hold with pink.
34.
So he's making this slightly harder than it should be. He'd like to have gone onto the pink in the middle pocket. So one more good positional shot could be a frame winner. Well, that was a horrible kick. Took all the pace out of the cue ball, and how high the green jumped there. I can't believe it went in. It's amazing how some
27.
kicks alter the path of the ball, or the kicks don't. And look at that! Wow, both balls in midair. Fantastic shot.
38. Bravo.
Sheer determination to keep this break going. There's no doubt of the two players. Ding Junhui has
42.
the better cue ball control, in my opinion. But in terms of just sheer
43.
determination and bravery, you know, I might just shade to Liang Wenbo.
$46.
Again, having to put himself out of a dodgy situation. He might have even been helped. He can play the one next to the black here, so it might be to his advantage over hitting that last shot. Good shot. So that's worked out very well. Not as planned. Definitely an increase of body
53.
movement in some of these shots that Liang Wenbo's playing. Very twitchy now around the table. Almost
54.
kind of Alex Higgins-esque, isn't he, Willie, in some of the shots he plays?
Yes, he does a lot of movement sometimes when he's playing a pressure ball, but he's taken these lovely when you consider he's been playing a lot of baulk colours in this break so far. Cue ball's done plenty of mileage in this break.
60. 61.
That was a ripple of applause, so that was frame ball. And he's taken plenty of different colours in this break.
69.
There it is, 3 greens, 1 brown, 3 pinks, 2 blacks. It could be a 50 in red clearance. And it would be a very small 100.
76. 77. $84. 85.
Well, that's twice he's been a little bit quick on the shot, but he'll be absolutely delighted. He needed the 1 chance and he scored 85 from it. He leads 11-10. Oh, Stephen, it's played that shot break very aggressively, didn't he? Very quick.
Yeah, he's come out firing in that frame. I say he wouldn't have. It wasn't the tightest cue ball control you've ever seen, but he was just determined. He just wanted it. You could tell. There was no way he was going to miss and let his opponent get back to the table. You see, Ding's just sat there, very calm, just trying to stay composed. But he's just not scored in this session this afternoon, Ding Junhui. That's his strength, getting in early in frames and winning them in 1 visit. So he's got to find another way of somehow winning this match. Oh man, rainbow breaks off. Taking the lead again. Will this match go the full distance? I wouldn't bet against it. Poor break off. Now, this is a shot that normally you would say is almost a 9 out of 10 shot for Ding Junhui. Result. Did not play the cannon there, played round the back.
Clever little shot there, moving the red away from the black spot to make the black clearly available in both corner pockets. Okay, as Stephen said, a little bit fortunate to have knocked the black on the pocket after his first red, but that was an excellent shot.
Nine.
So this is exactly what I was talking about in between frames. I feel he really needs to win the frame from this visit, Ding Junhui. Not obviously just to draw level in the match, but just to give himself a sort of boost of self-confidence.
16.
Keep that belief. $70. $24. $25. Now we're screwing the cue ball into the main bunch, and you'll see the cue ball has so much screw in it that it will actually go to the right hand side of the table. He's okay. He wanted the cue ball to come right through the pack. It was moving, you could see it, but just the other red just stops its path. So 5 reds, 5 blacks, and he's still in perfect position.
40.
But I can assure you that will not be on his mind.
41.
Nice little shot.
48.
Yes, if it wasn't the frame to go 11-11, you'd fancy Ding to make a maximum hit the way he's such a brilliant break builder. He gets plenty of cue ball movement there. Play for 2 reds, so they were screwed for 1, but still nicely on the other one.
56. Thank you. 57. $64.
Can still play for the black from this red. It's still in perfect position.
65.
Not sure if the red to the right of the bunch of 5 is available to right middle. Well, obviously it is, because that's the one he's played for. That's
73.
That's the frame one. Nice angle on the black. If he kisses the red that's to the left of the 2 above, if he can kiss that, but he needs to play it pace to go through it to leave the red to right corner. I think he got into the cue ball too much there. That's not the cannon he was playing.
Yes, he just banged his head with his finger there, didn't he? So it wasn't a great shot. There's no reason why. I mean, he's got to pot at least 1 more red, really, to make sure the frame's safe. Okay, it should be safe now, 80 in front. I wouldn't imagine him carrying on, but there's still 67 points on. So he can set a good target for the high break, can't he, now, by playing for blue or balk colour off this red. He's looking to try and get on the black. He's thinking of going in out of balk.
Yeah, I think the path's to go in between yellow and brown.
Foul.
An excellent break, exactly what he needed to win the frame in 1 visit. Ding Junhui draws level again at 11 each.
And then Wenbo just taking a break, and we'll put some stats up for you to have a little look at. get down to the nitty-gritty now. It's 11 all. Well, this was the last red that Ding tried to get in between brown and yellow and get back up for the black. Unfortunately for him, didn't go in. Ding just sitting there patiently waiting for Liang Wenbo to come back. He's back now.
Thank you. Frame 23. Ding Junhui to break.
Well, which one of these two Chinese players is going to be one up with a 2 to play as Ding Junhui breaks off in frame 23?
Yeah, well, obviously the deciding frames are massive frames in matches, but now that it's 11-11, you always want to be the one to get to 12. So at least you know you've got 2 bites at the cherry, 2 frames to try and win the match. He's taking this on, Liang Wenbo. Oh, where's this red going?
Well, it's gone in such a way he can play it as a shot to nothing now. This is a chance for Ding. There's no real pressure on this shot. The gap between red and black is no problem. So rather than play it for shot to nothing, as all the top players do, they play to possibly win the frame at one visit. Unlucky with a kiss. I didn't expect him to miss that blue, to be honest, but really didn't jaw even. A long way away. That just shows you what pressure does. This is right at the business end of this match now. Who's going to hold themselves together the better to get over the line in this match?
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. 17.
gone through off 2 cushions for Tracy Reds to the right corner. He's just overhit it slightly. He's okay.
24.
So can Liang Wenbo do what Ding just did in the last frame and kill this off in one visit? Ooh.
25.
There's a little twitchy one. He's going to be definitely bringing more reds into play here with this shot.
32. $33.
Well, this is not an easy situation now he finds himself in. And the black's hard enough. The black doesn't give him any position at all. The pink across the table into the middle. It's just a horrible shot under this pressure. That's what I mean about sheer bravery, Wenbo.
39.
You can just see his man around the table. He's twitching more when he's actually playing. There's more body movement. But he's just determined not to miss.
Well, this has been an excellent break, hasn't it?
40.
A frame to take him 1 up with 2 to play.
Blue ball. Give me a moment here.
He's left himself another tricky pot.
Thank you. 45.
Looks like he's taking this on to the middle. It was dangerous that when he 44 in front.
Liang Wenbo, 45.
And that wasn't a 50-50 shot. There's odds against spotting that.
One. Please declare the game. Ping ball. Seven. 8.
As he spotted a red that pots somewhere. The red to the extreme left-hand side of that little bunch pots, but it's going to be very tight positionally. Well, he's trying to go into them, needs a big bounce. Well, it may have been fortunate. Well, I think it's not on this red. I thought it may have been fortunate if he got into the red in the middle, but it's when it's touching ball.
It's touching ball.
Great recovery. Has to be said, a little fortunate to have some sort of pot on when he misjudged the yellow, but that was an excellent pot.
Yeah.
Good cannon
18.
there.
Even though Ding's 26 points behind, he knows now his favourite to win this frame. And this seems as good a
90.
time as any to get your form back that you've not had for quite some time. He won the last frame in one visit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Willie, is Ding finally finding another gear at the right time? Well, not if that shot's anything to go by. I find it hard to believe he didn't play off for the red
26.
that's to the left of the 4 to the right corner. It seemed a natural angle just to follow through off the cushion.
Well, another good
27.
recovery and not a bad kiss on the brown. The red that's 2 down from the pink spot will pot in the left-hand corner, and this brown's just off straight, so you can play a little stun run through. Playing it off one cushion. Is it hard enough? Not sure.
31.
The 1-2 down from the pink spot will cut into the corner with the rest, and he's had to dig deep in this break. Already lost position on 2 or 3 occasions and kept finding a pot. Needs another one.
Ding Junhui, 31. Thank you.
Well, he went to the well 2 or 3 times and got out of it. That time he didn't, but I think he's covered everything up. Can he get through to that potting angle of that red? It passes the other red if it can.
Well, there's some pressure out there at the moment. There really is. Nothing's easy at this point. Well done. Very good shot. Very easy to decelerate on that shot, miss it thin. Well, what a chance. Already 19 points ahead.
8.
Red, black,
9.
red.
$16. 17.
Well, he breathed a sigh of relief here, Liang Wenbo. Gave Ding a couple of half chances. Ding clawed his way back into the game, but just went to the well one too many times when he missed that cutback with the rest.
23. 25.
Ding, one of the pre-tournament favourites, is going to have to win the last 2 frames to have a possible meeting with Ronnie O'Sullivan.
28.
Liang Wenbo just 1 frame away from getting their place into the quarter-final.
32. 37. 43.
Well, Liang Wenbo started with a break of 45. He looks like finishing with a break of 50. In goes the black, who just 1 away from victory now. He leads Ding away by 12 points to 11. Well, Stephen, I thought that Ding was getting himself back in the flow there, but he just kept losing position in that break.
Yeah, that to me is definitely a sign that the pressure is getting to Ding. Normally such a reliable part of his game. The way the reds were when he played that cannon from the black to open the reds up, you'd almost bet your house that Ding was going to clear up. But we're going to see this red, he just cuts it way too thick. And then the red here that Liang Wenbo is going to play next, it's an excellent shot, and under pressure to stroke it in the way he did.
Did he have to play with a little bit of side, Stephen, a little left-hand side to turn the red over? Because I wasn't sure when I first saw it that the red was possible.
Possibly. Here we're going to see it again. It looks very tight, doesn't it?
I think he's probably had to trace it in a little bit with a little bit of left-hand side just to turn it over.
Cued it lovely.
Oh, I'm sure Ding Junhui's had many aspirations, many dreams about winning the World Championship. And these are the kind of situations you have to find something. Can he find it?
Thanks. Thank you. Frame 24. Liang Wenbo to
So
break.
as I mentioned before, Liang Wenbo winning that frame means now he's got 2 chances, 2 frames to try and get into the quarter-final. Ding Junhui is now in a situation where he knows that any mistake could be his last in this year's World Championship. Taking this red on to left corner. Wow, how positive has he played this? Play for the black. Don't think many players would have played it that way. Maybe played a cue ball back up to the bulk end. Brave shot.
I had a look.
Just checking with the referee that he can see where the cue ball is. He's playing to catch the one just below the pink, and obviously this precious little sticking out.
Foul.
That's why it's hit the pink, but it
And a
is
miss.
on. The red is sticking out.
Ding Junhui 6.
There's no free ball, but it's one of those situations where you don't really want to put him back into play. I think you might even put him back into play from there.
From there?
That's what he's doing. He's not having the balls replaced. Dean feels it's a tougher situation than it was before, because if he puts the balls back and gets a safety shot right, so at least now he's going to have to play a telling safety shot, and it's not easy from there. That looked a little bit risky. Was this red past the other red into the corner? Obviously not, otherwise he'd have been playing it. But there was a gap in between those two reds. That was handy for Ding. Look at the gap there. He's able to find a path to pot that red. Now he's perfect on the blue. Mind you, needs that to travel a little bit. Surely he's not misjudged that.
6.
I mean, why not leave the gap between brown and yellow, which would be a lot easier? There's no gap, much of a gap between green and brown. He feels he can get it though. Has to put a little bit of side on the cue ball there to straighten it up.
Well, I'm able to play for the red. It's just above the black here. And obviously, would have had to play it with a little bit of stun. The angle wasn't there.
11.
But what a chance.
$12.
Play for that red now, or a choice of 2 to right corner.
Now, how's the angle he has on this red?
17.
It's absolutely perfect. Look at that, just nothing to do with the cue ball here. Get the black into the same pocket. Now, normally we'd be saying, well, this is a
18.
frame-win opportunity, but there's far too much pressure on the situation to say that now. But Ding will be hoping he can win at one visit. They're all there.
Yeah, I think Liang Wenbo in his chair will be virtually resigning himself
25.
to the fact he's playing a decider now. He'll still be hoping
26.
they can get back to the table, but don't know, it looks ominous. Well, he's played a cue ball in the path. I was actually going to suggest possibly playing a cannon on the pink.
31.
He's chosen to play it more dead weight. That choice of 2 reds to left corner. He's on this one, and he's kind of prefer the one that's sort of closest to the black, between the black and the pink spot. Don't understand why he doesn't fancy that one.
32.
So once again, he's pulled another very, very good pot out to retain position. .38 lead, blue 43. Another 4 reds needed to take us into a decider.
$38. $43.
It's on the red, just below the pink. Well, a choice of 2 actually to right corner. Back up for blue. He's under hit that one.
44.
It's been a strange break because the black's been in the open the whole break, but he's never used it hardly. Oh, just. His heart would have been in his mouth there. He just grazed the brown.
49.
Is it any thicker at the end of break? Cue ball. The screw just took effect just in time. Just watch this. It just starts to take effect there. Just flicks the brown.
$50.
Well, he's played the cannon, missed the cannon, but he know in playing it that way, he'd at least have a pot on a red. But at this distance, and this is almost
57.
frame ball, so he's bound to be on the black should it go in. Oh, that's good cueing.
58.
That's excellent cueing.
Certainly no doubt about Ding's fighting qualities. And perhaps
65.
today his body language has not been at his most positive, but this break proves he wants it badly as well.
66.
Looks like we're going to a decider. Till
73.
1 in the morning in China. I wonder how many people are still awake watching this thriller.
74.
Well, what a time it would be to make a century
81.
break.
82.
Yes, okay, it'd be nice to make one, but I'm sure he'd rather be sat down in his chair preparing for the 25th frame.
$89. 90.
It's there. If he can clear the
97.
table, he'll feel a
98.
huge boost of confidence, I think, going into the final frame. Means if he is left a chance. Brilliant. Tremendous character shown by Ding Junhui.
105.
What you would expect from the top players in the game.
107.
Yeah, if he clears the table, he'll be thinking, just give me one chance in the final frame. I can do this again. This will really give Liang Wenbo something to think
110.
about.
That was Ding's 6th century break of the tournament so far. The tournament's 41st.
114.
What a time to get it.
$119. 125.
Magnificent break. The 132 from Ding Junhui. Even Liang Wenbo was applauding that. So we've got a decider. What a match. 12-12.
Quietly as possible, please.
Well, it's been an amazing match, hasn't it? This session hasn't been as good as the opening two, but now we're down to the nitty-gritty. You can feel the tension. Both these players. Chance to play Ronnie O'Sullivan in the next round, and it's all down to the very final frame.
You see the pot success pretty even. Ding just 1% ahead. Long pot success has gone down a bit, especially for Ding Junhui. 43% for Liang is not that great. Highest breaks pretty even, 132, 130. So just nothing to choose between these two. And it's the old cliche, Willie, that we trot out every time. It's, you know, you just want one chance, don't you?
You're happy. I mean, you can't kind of begrudge an opponent if you've been left in the balls and don't score, and the opponent scores. It's just that's all you ask for. What you don't want is obviously somebody to fluke a ball maybe and make a frame and match winning break. That would hurt. But as long as you get one chance, that's all you can ask for in the final frame. That just shows you how tight it is when it's a two-table situation. The screen there on the left-hand side. Obviously, this is right up, camera right up in the Crucible Theatre roof. There's the crowd so close to the table as well. I'm sure they'll all have the favourite, but mainly they just want to see a good match, and this has turned out to be a classic. The last two frames, a couple of balls been missed, but two very high breaks from these two players. 132 from Ding, 45 and 50 from Liang Wenbo in the previous frame. Both players are right back in the auditorium, the customary handshake. Our first decider in the best of 25 frames.
Thank you. 25th and deciding frame, Ding Junhui to break.
Yeah, noticeable with the body language, with the shake of hands. There's a bit of a smile from Liang. No smile at all from Ding Junhui. Pretty decent break off. He's got to be careful here that he doesn't play this red into the red that's on the black cushion. And that's what he was thinking. In trying to avoid playing that shot, he had to have a thicker contact, and the double kiss was always on. And does this red? That's the black. To the right corner. It does. First chance, Ding Junhui. Nope. Has he covered the pocket? Or is there a plant on?
Quiet down, please. Thank you.
Well, at first glance, I was just about to say he's been fortunate to cover the pocket, but there may well be a plant on. The two reds just to the right of the pink.
Yeah, I was just looking at the angle of the plant. Even if he plays it, can he get a colour from it? I think the only way you can do that is by screwing the cue ball back through the reds and pink. Amazing when you're in a final frame. Ding's just missed there. Every time you miss, you think that's your last shot.
I can only think here, looking at the angle, he may not be able to see enough of this plant to be able to force through the pack. I mean, the plant's definitely on, but I'm just trying to work out whether he can get through to it, and obviously the cue ball is going to be currying to the reds. Well, he's playing with screw, so he's trying to get onto the pink in the middle. Second kiss didn't work. He was hoping for a half ball kiss on that red. He just flicked there to be on the pink or the black. He's on neither.
Thank you. Final frame of this session. We're in flight today.
What an excellent pot under pressure.
8.
Amazing. Great pot under pressure. Those last two shots have been well out of the top draw. This is the one chance that Liang Wenbo has been waiting for. Can he score enough to put him out of this championship?
$16. Yeah, when both 16.
Well, I think we'll need to see the replay to see what happened there. Just the balls seem to be flying everywhere.
I think he actually miscued, didn't he?
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you.
And you could see his face. Right? How fortunate he's been there.
Ding in the background was smiling. I think it was a grimace rather than a smile. A very good safety shot. He'd have been playing that shot with disappointment, to be honest, having seen what Liang Wenbo got away with. But he couldn't have played that a lot better.
Yeah, look at the situation now with the Reds. One mistake.
Is he thinking about trying to make this plant? It's not set. He's play the plant. These balls will be flying around. That was such a tough shot to play at that stage of the match. That could be his last shot.
Well, we're talking about the start of the frame. He just won't have one chance. If Ding Junhui doesn't win the match from here, he can have no complaints. May have to play this black to the same pocket as this red. Don't know how, from Ding's angle, how thin the cut is. Just needs one good shot here. If he pots this red and can get perfect on the black, I think he can win the match from this visit. But as I say, I think black in same pocket.
This is not ideal. I mean, he hasn't got any room to play through the gap of the red and black to play for the black in the same pocket. So this easy red is definitely no advantage playing this. So he may have to play the more difficult choice of red. He can't make his mind up. Well, I think he's just slipped on the carpet. He must have some new shoes on there. No, he's somehow going to have to find a gap somewhere to get the white into open play. I'm not too sure he can get onto a colour from there. Needs a kiss. There you got a slight kiss.
Say, he steered the cue ball well to miss the red on the black cushion, but that little flick from the red on the side cushion has kept him in position. And watch this, if he doesn't hit this red, the pink doesn't pop, he might have been faced with a blue to the far left corner. I think you couldn't get a better chance now to win this match.
Ding just gone to win this match though, Stephen, with that last safety shot was the one. Once he played that shot, Liang Wenbo miscued, split them all over the place, and Liang Wenbo got away with it, and Ding was faced with a really tough safety shot, and he glued it to the top cushion. That was the one that won it for him.
I mean, look at this position there. He's virtually nothing to do with the cue ball in this break. Just keep potting balls. You're almost bound to be on something. Blue in the open, pink. Well, you say pink's maybe restricted. Black's in the open though.
15.
Going to be leaning over this red that's on the pocket, so got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, there's plenty of room there, no worries. Liang Wenbo has dug so deep in this match. He lost the first session 6-2. He battled his heart out in the second session to close within just 2 frames from 4 behind. Played beautifully to win that session 5-3. And all his hard work could be in vain.
22.
Oh, he's stunned down. Play the red. It's over that right corner pocket now. No, he's still got red to the left corner, but the one that's over the right corner pocket is stopping the red to the right, the pink
27.
pot. So I'd be looking at clearing that away.
$28. $35.
Well, Stephen mentioned it was just a series of little stuns and screw shots. Didn't have to play any serious positional shots. He's now 20 points in front. He's going to lead at least 2 of the awkward reds. The next 3 reds should be okay.
42. $43. $48.
This is about the most difficult shot he's had to face, and he's still within 4 feet of the ball.
$49.
Okay, so after this red, it's when the break gets
56.
slightly more difficult. The red below the black is obviously the most straightforward to pot. But if he can just stun this red and leave an angle in the pink, then he can drop on the one on the right cushion. Well, he's going up for the blue. Just make sure you're high in the blue.
57.
Yeah, so be stunning down for the red. It's just below the black to the left of it. .46 in front. Red black.
62.
To leave Liang Wenbo needing a snooker. Cue this nicely. And he did. Cued it
63.
beautifully.
Sure.
Well, he won the previous frame with a magnificent break of 132 to level at 12-12. This black, impressive place in the quarterfinal. Very well done, Ding Junhui.
Yeah, since that interval when he came in at 10-10,
70.
he's found his scoring, hasn't he? 80, 132, and now this in one visit. Match winning break. Just wants to make sure, try and pot this red. No, it's not there. So
Ding
there's a
Junhui,
bit to go
70.
here, but unless Wenbo can find a snooker, Ding Junhui is through to the quarterfinals.
Where's the cue ball going? This could be a handshake. And an
Things are way
handshake
forward.
it is. What a tremendous match by these two great Chinese players. They're both great friends, as you can see. Liang Wenbo gives Ding a hug. Ding Junhui goes into the quarter-final, where he's playing Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Quiet down now, please. There's still a match on. Thank you. Quietly as possible, please.